I love the irony in what did I miss? I mean, well, like everything. I don't know if there was. I don't know if there's ever been somebody that missed more.
That's what you think he's talking about?
You've missed every lyric from every album from you.
Drake.
Now it's time to hear from the most prestigious Drake critic in the game, in the podcast space, the podfather himself, Joe Budden. Let's see what he has to say about Drake's new single, What Did I Miss? Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe. Let's get it.
Idiot. Yeah. Drake released some music that was Friday night. He told everybody to be at a certain place at 9 p.m. I don't know where to go.
It was YouTube. It was a stream.
YouTube. They were streaming at 9 p.m. It was him in the truck driving around Toronto, cursing motherfuckers out, getting a lot of love from the fans.
Well, first he was in the ice building, measuring ice blocks.
Yeah.
It was a interesting stream.
Well, fold that up right now.
Yeah, he was in the ice box making ice. He previewed some unreleased music when he got in the truck, drove around, and then the song came that everybody was waiting for, which is what we assume to be his first single off of this Iceman run he's on. And he released an episodic series.
It seems that way, yeah.
So I think that was episode 1 of his Iceman video series that he's doing. Dre gonna always think of some fly unique shit for his rollout.
Definitely innovative.
For him.
Yeah, definitely innovative.
We know that he loves all these streamers and the streamer kids. So I mean, it was a fly way to release music. It was a fly way to get everybody centralized at 9 p.m. on a Friday.
They said mad people was in there.
I'm sure.
A lot of people.
The reports, they said it was
a lot of people in there.
I'm sure. The stream itself was fairly boring in my opinion, but I do appreciate the ingenuity of it. And I'm sure he'll get better. It was.
Do you think it took too long to get to him being in a truck? Because
it was just quiet. It was not much going on except for like background noise for like 90% of the stream.
Yeah, let it build up.
But it looked fly, and like I said, it is innovative. So I applaud that.
What did I miss?
You said 90% of the stream?
It was a lot. Like I was just hitting the fast forward.
It was pretty boring.
Yeah,
there wasn't nothing going on.
Nothing going on. Literally, he was just walking around like measuring ice, and like he wasn't
Measuring ice blocks?
That's right.
Retention,
with a tape measure.
That's it.
You said what?
Retention.
Oh yeah, maybe that's it.
And we gotta assume, right, that he was scheduled to do a stream with Kai. That was postponed or rescheduled or canceled altogether. I don't know. I'm not in the OVO group chat. But I assumed that he was going to debut this record there, had a change of plans, and said, why don't we just do this?
Yeah, way flyer. I mean, I think the look for Kai would have been amazing, but I think,
of course,
him taking it in his own hands and doing something creative is dope.
And Kai's had no shortage of amazing looks.
He's good.
Yeah. And honestly, I was getting a little sick of Drake looking for approval from the streamers, like sending them the record, having them hype it before it's released, and then when it come, maybe it's below expectations or not whatever these fucking streamer kids said it was. Like, yeah, I like him taking control of the narrative into his hands and his hands only. I do like that.
Agreed.
And he's still working with them. So it's
they still cool, but like sometimes it's time for the superstar to get away from the crowd.
The superstar should be a superstar.
Yeah, that's cool throughout the year, but I'm me, and it's time for me to go show you why all y'all are such huge fans.
No, run to me instead of me running to y'all.
And he's got no shortage of talent around him, people that can come up with some creative shit, make it look good, make it sound good. He can afford to do whatever stunt or whatever he wants to do. You don't need the streamers. You can do it.
He's still using the today. You need
you don't need, but the streamers is beneficial.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Streaming beneficial to utilize them. They have a grasp on the
younger culture,
the younger culture, and the retention is becoming longer.
If you are here today to hear Drake hate from Joe Budden, I don't have any.
Me neither.
Me either.
Me neither.
Not today.
This record's tough.
However,
fuck with this record.
It's part of the reason I hired my good brother Mark Lamont Hill.
Thank you.
Is because he hates Drake.
I don't hate Drake.
Yeah, he hates Drake. So
I don't hate
we're gonna get a lot of good Drake hate from him. So I'm gonna play the other side. Yeah, I know this goes.
I don't hate Drake. I like him when he raps.
We're not gonna start with. We always start with love.
Right.
We can't let you lead.
Okay.
We start with love.
Like me, asking me how
Listen to
did it
those
feel?
sounds in the
Can't say
beat
it
though.
didn't surprise me.
Turn this off for a minute. Let me let y'all know out there if you've never tried to make a song. When these sounds start appearing in the beat, the artist wants to kill a lot of people, or the artist heard everything that y'all typed, or there's just a feeling of Gladiator 2 with them niggas on the ship in the water going through all the obstacles. It's a fight feeling. I do like him opening up to his people how he feels post-fight.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just doing this because outside of how I feel about the song, I like the attitude of, yeah, everybody else fucking kicked up off this shit, off this battle shit. Let me tell you where I stand on it. And I like him on these beats.
Can't say it didn't surprise me.
Hey, who is out there asking Drake how it felt? Who's doing that? For real. Who's doing that to Drake in the streets? I feel bad for him
Did it
now.
feel? Can't say it didn't surprise me.
I like that shit.
I like it too. I like it a lot.
It's hard.
Loved it on
Mark,
the
you
first
don't
listen.
like it?
It's hard. We not tossing the mark yet. We
Because
not.
I just saw his expression.
Yeah,
and
but
he's-
hit Texas. We not tossing it to Mark. Let Mark enjoy his tea. Let him chill. We start with love.
I love it.
We
I do
begin
love
with
it.
love, and he shouted you out, showed you a lot of love. Don't just toss to the nigga that hates him in the room.
No, I'm absolutely not. No, and I love it. You know what I'm thinking of when I hear these songs? I'm thinking about the same effect that Queen's music used to have. Like they did, like, you know, anthems. You know what I mean?
No,
That he-
let us do this. we on a roll.
Bohemian Rhapsody?
We on such a roll.
What is this shit?
Let us do this real quick,
we
please.
good, man.
And then
But
you
am I?
could
Well,
get.
no. Hold on. Am I wrong?
No,
Thank you.
you're not wrong.
Okay, then.
You're never wrong when we ask you to shut up. You be right.
Okay. That's new.
We'll come to you before we go to Mark's hate. I promise to hear the Bohemian
Okay.
Rhapsody side of this.
Go ahead, go ahead.
We don't.
Go
I
ahead.
never compared this to Fat Bottom Girls. I didn't see this.
Not Fat Bottom Girls. We are the champions.
Fat Bottom
you know?
Girls are anthem. Let's not do that.
No, I love Fat Bottom.
Okay,
Girls.
oh,
how
Okay,
a gay
so-
guy-
Look what you did. Now look what you
The
did.
white came out. Stop.
He did.
They
I
having
don't
a
know
white.
how a gay guy came up with that song.
Listen.
Now they having a white off.
Yeah, having a white on. Let's get back to Drake. What did I miss?
Sorry.
Back to Drake. What did I miss? I think that he knocked his hook out of here. I
Think he
love the
did.
sounds in this beat. And I love the irony in what did I miss? I mean, well, like everything. I don't know if there was, I don't know if there's ever been somebody that missed more.
That's what you think he's talking about?
He's saying that,
you've
what did I
missed every lyric
I
from every album from you.
No, I thought he was
That's not
saying
what
that
I-
like, yo, what did I miss when I had these
These
niggas
niggas
around me
me.
that I didn't see that they had other
Thank you.
shit.
What I'm telling you is that all of his lyrics from day one have been about this.
A lot of them, yeah.
About phony niggas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fake
That's
love.
it. That's
Yeah,
a fact.
you
Yeah.
just-
Friends that we not friends. And
Back to Houdini.
I thought we were friends.
Well played.
Why aren't we friends?
Back to Houdini, like he said. Yeah.
What did I do? What did you do? It's been his whole career. So to say, what did I miss? Have you ever heard a fucking Drake album, nigga? Listen to yourself. 1. 2, I can't tell if what did I miss is accountability or victimhood. This shit is fly.
Yeah. That's what
It's
makes it
fly.
fly. That's what makes it fly. It could be either
It's-
side.
What did I miss? Does that take onus? That puts the onus on you. Clearly, you missed a lot. Or,
I don't get that.
or it says the opposite, right?
I get the victims.
I see both.
I see both.
When I listen to the lyrics, I get the victims.
I think that's
Yep.
why it's fly.
And
I
that's
don't
why
get the
like
accountability.
That's why it's dope.
The hook is accountable to me.
If you
and
say
then
what did I miss, you on yourself.
Yeah, you on your
Yeah, the
like,
verse
yo,
is
I
victim.
should have saw y'all phoniness. I should have peeped it a long time ago.
But what if you the nigga that was doing the bullshit and then just, you know what I'm saying?
That would be accountability.
That make it even more fly to say, what did I miss? Nigga, you missed all the fuck shit you did too. I don't think there's ever been a scenario in hip hop where somebody missed more than him in this instance. And I think him talking about that to his fans post battle, away from all you niggas that called me Target when Mos Def said that shit, the whole of hip hop maybe is not looking at me the greatest.
I understand.
But I'm a mega bop for the people that fuck with me. As I listened to it, I grew a new appreciation for the Let's Go. Like, you got the 300 beat on. I started looking at it as he hyping himself. Versus,
And he's making something.
versus just doing some call and reply shit for the audience. Like, this beat is on loop in the studio, and I'm mad at y'all because I seen what y'all said.
You can do this.
Yeah,
Get back out there.
That Let's Go has a different meaning.
What did I miss? I saw bro end up pop out with them, but been dead right gangs his hand long.
There you go.
Parks.
I like when he get McConan on the beat. I ain't gonna lie. He's pulling on, he's tugging on the equity of shit that he made hot, him and 40, their whole style. When the beat switched from hard to that, I like the contrast.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of contrast. I like the contrast. He ain't said shit this whole record to me, but the Let's Go over this music is
He
just...
started dissing LeBron, so.
People think I don't like Drake music because he became a bitch over the last however many years.
Easy. Look.
I'm just saying because he presented himself differently in the post what's that album? Post Scorpion.
Got it.
I think. I'm not looking at albums up, but he's presented differently. I say it all the time, but it's not the time to shit on Drake. I think that this villain arc for Drake could be extremely beneficial.
I think so as well.
He got to kick
Like,
ass.
I think
But
we
he got to
need-
kick ass.
Yeah.
He got to
has to-
lean all the
you
way
can't- you
into
can't
it. He has
pussyfoot-
to
you
kick
can't
some
pussyfoot with
major
villains.
ass.
You gotta
Well, that's why I think that it will be beneficial, ultimately, even the Drake fans from the loss of the battle. He in the studio, mad.
They got a target
AC
board
all
up.
the way down.
I think the
Okay.
villain arc for him
Let's go freeze.
means no longer trying to be the favorite.
No longer trying to appease to the people. No longer trying to
No.
appease anybody.
Trying to be the golden child to
Yeah.
everybody. I was trying to be
Y'all,
cool with the
I
label.
gave
was
y'all
trying
all
to
of
be
this,
cool
and
with
this
the
is how
rappers.
y'all look at me now. Okay, so now it's fuck y'all, and I'm gonna really
I was
my ass.
I was the biracial Canadian kid that looked up to y'all niggas.
Okay, then villain
You
arc.
know what I'm saying? And I came down
Well,
here.
fold
and,
that up right now.
and now I see what y'all
Fold
did.
it. Fold.
And see, that fold that up right now shit is what I'm afraid of. To me, the villain arc of him is, I agree with y'all, but it's like, to me, the way it's going to sound is a whole lot of bitching.
I was gonna say.
It's still going to sound like whining and complaining and fake tough guy shit.
The-
That's what I don't want from him.
So what makes you a
See,
real
I
tough...
think that that's fire. Because when he does it and tries to really sound like a mob boss is when I think it goes bad for him. Like all of that, I'll cut your finger off and send it to your mom. I have your tongue cut out your fucking mouth. All of that shit is when you're trying to, like, dog, stop. We seen Degrassi. But when it sound like this,
You're an asshole.
we did see Degrassi. Well, and no, we didn't, but I saw the glimpse. I know what happened to you.
Boy, I tell you, this love-hate relationship between these two light-skinned brothers, Joe Budden and Drake, needs to be studied. So today, Joe woke up feeling like today was the day I need to show my light-skinned brother some love. Oh, I love the song. I love the contrast. I love when the beat changed. Oh, I love what did I miss as a concept. He did. Like, he was throwing this shade. Don't get it twisted. Joe is still a messy bitch, you know. But overall, you can tell he was praising Drake and the rollout and the song and Iceman. He's excited for new Drake. Even when he's trying to be shady, I can see the love. I really can. Now, here's the thing. What did I miss as a concept is very interesting. And I like Joe's take on it. It's like, yeah, you missed a lot of these guys that's been around you being fake. Why didn't you see that? Why did you think some of these people were your friends? They waiting for your downfall. I think a lot of those tag-alongs during the beef, the 20v1, Them guys was waiting in the cut like, I can't wait till this Negro fall off. This little light-skinned beige, Degrassi, little Jimmy. They couldn't wait. And I really honestly think Drake was surprised by that. But you shouldn't have been. You at the top. If he gets one more number one record, he's going to break Michael Jackson's record for all-time number ones. Of course they hate you. Of course they're waiting with their knives. This is like the death of Julius Caesar when they got him in that council meeting and they just all stabbed him. They was waiting to stab Drake like they did Julius Caesar. I don't know how he didn't see that. And once again, like we said on my video, this is the guy that said, no more new friends and y'all call everybody brother too much. I think for a second, he did start thinking some of these people was his brother, like Future. And he's talking about it in the music. Oh man, it hurt me when Future did this. That was my brother. You can tell he feels like that with LeBron. I love that guy. Why is he over there at the pop out? And to me, y'all know I always got this opinion that you should never take industry relationships too seriously. I don't care if they came to your wedding. I don't care if they was at your child's bar mitzvah. Okay? Business will always supersede those relationships. You don't have to believe me, but that's just my opinion. Okay? So what did I miss from that angle? I like that Joe pointed that out. Okay? And I do think it's a good song, and I said the same thing about that beat change. And really, that is something that Drake ushered in, but I remember Jay-Z doing a lot of that beat change stuff too. Okay, let's not forget about Hove doing that back in the day. What album was that? I don't really feel like looking it up. I want to say it was Volume 1. It might have been Volume 2, the intro, when he switched it up. Y'all remember that? Was it Medley? I forget if that was on Volume 1 or Volume 2, but I remember Hove doing the beat switch back then and being like, oh my God, I can see where Drake is going when he came out, later on. But anyway, yeah, I like the song. I think it's a bop. I do see a lot of y'all hating on it in the comments, talking about, oh, I hate the song, but I do think it's going to work for the summer. And it's funny because we heard Rory and Mal talk about the song and they was like, oh, I don't think it's going to work. Then Joe was talking about in the rest of his podcast, co-hosts, they're saying they heard it all weekend. They think it's going to, do what it's supposed to do during the summer. Is it going to be another number one? We'll see. But I think as far as just teasing the album, this record is going to do that. Okay. I don't know if it's going to be the biggest smash hit. I don't know if it's going to be as big as, I hate that song so much. I forget the name of it. That one that he just came out with, Nokia. I hate that song. I don't know if it's going to be as big as Nokia, but I think it's going to be something that's in the summer rotation for sure. Now, I heard Mark talking about, he don't like all of this talk from Drake talking about LeBron and all these other people who stabbed him in the back. And it's a victim talk. And I told y'all, I felt like it was a little feminine to me. See, I'm one of them people. I can say I don't necessarily like the content of some of the bars, but still say overall it's a good song. It's like a movie, right? I don't have to like every scene in a movie to say it was a good movie. And that's how I feel about this song. Yeah, I don't like the kind of like, I want to say backdooring, but it's not backdooring. It's throwing LeBron under the bus. Some of these lines where it sounds like he trying to say LeBron was over his crib, looking at girls and stuff like that. It's like that man got a wife, a family. I get it. Y'all beefing, you trying to be sassy. Some people said he might be talking about DeMar DeRozan. I don't know in that line, but when he said you was at my crib looking at girls, I'm just like, bro, I don't like that type of talk about married men. You supposed to hold that down. But other than that, I still like the song. And I guess I can see where Joe is saying he likes that Drake is being honest with his fans and expressing how he feels post beef. And I can understand that. And look, I think that's what got Drake into this position, being real, being honest, giving us a look inside of his life. It's always apparent to me when people talk about, oh, Drake don't talk about this, Drake don't talk about that. He had to become rich to talk about the rich lifestyle, right? But before that, he told us almost everything about his life. Same thing with J. Cole, same thing with Kendrick Lamar. People attach themselves to these artists because they're giving a piece of them in the music. So you not a real Drake fan if you don't know about Drake talking about his relationship with his mom and his dad not being around. He's sending his dad the Western Union payment. And I think that's what people mean when they say, I miss the old Drake. They miss the introspective Drake talking about his life, talking about, you know, the personal stuff that's going on. I think for some people, when he got rich and he started really doing the same thing Jay-Z did, it got to a point like around imaginary players and all that type of stuff. Like that was Jay-Z. When you think about imaginary players, that Jay-Z lasted for a very long time. I'm the richest guy. I'm gonna shit on you every chance I get. like that was Jay-Z for at least 10 plus years. Okay. So I think it's crazy when people give Drake this unnecessary criticism about that. But like I said, you got to be a hip hop person to kind of understand where I'm coming from. But I think, you know, I like Drake getting back into that personal bag, and I can understand why something like that might appeal to Joe. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. What do y'all think about What Did I Miss? What do y'all think about Joe showing his light-skinned brother some love? Oh, that was so sweet, Joe. Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.